Idineklara ng House Committee on Justice na sufficient in substance ang ikatlot ikaapat na impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte.
Mainit na tinalakay sa komite ang isyu ng mali umanong paggamit ng confidential funds at ang video ng bise ng pagbabanta umano kina Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, First Lady at dating Speaker.
Papadalahan ng notice ang bise at may 10 araw siya para sagutin ang reklamo. Ayon sa kanyang kampo ay pinag-aaralan na ito ngayon. Nakatutok live si Tina Panganiban Jerez. Tina.
Mel Emil Vicky, pinagbotohan na kanina ng House Committee on Justice na sufficient in substance ang 3rd at 4th impeachment complaints laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte.
The Cabrera impeachment complaint, sufficient in substance, so ruled.
Sa botong 54 yes, 1 no, parehong idineklara ng House Committee on Justice na sufficient in substance ang ikatlo at ikaapat na impeachment complaint laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Kasama sa mga ground for impeachment ng dalawang reklamo, culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust, graft and corruption, bribery, at other high crimes. Kaugnay ito sa umunoy maling paggamit ng confidential funds, pagkontrata sa isang papatay sa Pangulo, First Lady at dating House Speaker, pagkamalumano ng unexplained wealth at hindi pagdedeklara nito sa kanyang SALN, at umunoy pagkilos para sa political destabilization, sedition at insurrection. Kasama sa mga basehan ng reklamo ang affidavit ng nagpakilalang dating aide ng bise na si Ramil Madriaga sa issue ng confidential funds. Si Madriaga ay kasalukuyan nakapiit dahil sa kasong kidnapping.
They were instructed to turn over cash to intermediaries at the direction of respondent Sara Duterte supports direct liability. So dito po pumapasok yung participation ng respondent.
So we are relying on an affidavit issued by an individual who is currently in prison. Now, sino ba si Madriaga? Meron ba siyang appointment kay BP Sara to prove that he is an employee or an authorized person? Para ma-direkta naman natin yung linkage nung dalawa. Kasi if we rely heavily dun sa affidavit niya, it should not come
Madam
from
Chair.
a polluted fort.
Kanina lamang ay nagsampa ng reklamong perjury si Vice President Duterte laban kay Madriaga kaugnay nito.
Kinakabahan na siguro, yan ang tingin ko, yung kampo ni VP Sara. Nung noon, hindi nila pinapansin. Tapos biglang kinasuhan na nila.
Kasama sa mainit na tinalakay ang video na pinagbabantaan umano ng bise, ang Pangulo, First Lady at dating Speaker.
Hindi sapat ang statement na kontrobersyal or politically shocking. Sa complaint na ito, ang allegation ay speech lamang. Walang alegasyon na may actual hitman na kinuha. Walang maipakitang may agreement nga o conspiracy na ipatupad dito. Wala rin naipakitang may payment o arrangement na ginawa in order to facilitate such statements. Wala rin maipakitang weapon procurement o alleged overt act.
That's wrong, Madam Chair. We are discussing on the sufficiency and substance and the irrelevant, illogical statements made in defense has no point because this is a direct threat to the life of the sovereign. I have seen the evidence and I have seen all the supporting documents, and this allegation is trial ready.
For the information of everyone, this went to the NBI. The NBI filed a case, and they have the evidence. Now, that threats were conditional, is inconsequential. The mere act, Madam Chair, that she said these words and that she contracted an assassin is impeachable in itself.
Tiniyak din ng endorsers ng reklamo na mayroon silang ebidensya para patunayan ang alegasyon ng panunuhol laban sa bise. Iprinisenta rin sa komite ang ilang SALN ng bise para ipakitang may basehan ang alegasyong mayroon itong unexplained wealth.
To have a starting point, Madam Chair, the original SALN 2008 is 18,493,617. It was filed December 31, 2008. For 2024, released by the Office of the Ombudsman, net worth of the Vice President is 88,512,370.22. We leave it to the House Committee on Justice to make a determination on whether the comparison between the original SALN at 2008 and the current SALN at 2024 constitutes unexplained wealth.
Is that particular SALN, has that been authenticated by the Ombudsman? Do you have a copy of authentication of the Ombudsman?
Honorable Ridon?
I don't think that is required. It is public record.
Public documents follow the self-authentication rule. They do not need further authentication.
Matapos ang botohan, magpapadala ng notice ang komite sa kampo ng Vice-Presidente para maghain ng sagot sa loob ng 10 calendar days. Pagkatapos, may 3 calendar days ang mga complainant para maghain ng kanilang sagot. Sunod naman, may 3 calendar days ang bise para maghain ng rejoinder.
So it will be up to the respondent on how he is going to respond to all the allegations therein. Either he files 2 separate answers or he files 1 answer indicating the responses to the 3rd impeachment complaint and indicating the responses as well to the 4th impeachment complaint. What is important is for us to have reference that we are still dealing with 2 impeachment complaints here, although consolidated in 1 proceeding.
Sabi naman ng defense team ni Vice President Duterte, matapos ang desisyon ng komite, kanila raw susuriin ang mga naging aksyon ng komite at mga record ng proceedings. Hindi raw muna nila tatalakayin sa media ang nilalaman ng kaso at sasagutin ito sa tamang konstitusyonal na proseso. Ayon kay House Committee on Justice Chair Jervy Luistro, ang susunod na pulong ng komite ay posibleng itakda sa April 8. Sa petsang ito kasi tapos na yung Holy Week break ng Kongreso at inaasahang nakapagsumite na ng pleadings ang bise at mga complainant. Vicky?
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Tina Panganiban Perez.